make sure you get a grown-up to help you hit subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on any of the new videos that come out.
Ozzie, 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 oi. Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Today we're going to be talking about mental health and well-being, and of course discussing why Ozzie has this funny looking moustache up here above my top lip. Let's discuss that first, shall we? I grow a moustache, or a mo, in the month known as Movember. It used to be called November because men all around the world grow mows to raise awareness for men's health issues. And one of these issues is mental health. But mental health doesn't just affect men, it affects women too, and kids, boys and girls just like you. So in this episode, first we're going to learn what these words mental health actually mean and how we can learn to manage our own feelings and mental well-being. Then we're going to join an expert who's going to show us some ways that we can feel happier and more in control of our feelings. That sounds cool, doesn't it? And then finally we'll sit together and read a great book all about your feelings. So come on, let's get stuck in. So, what does mental health and well-being actually mean? Well, it means how we look after ourselves and the thoughts we have. How we acknowledge our feelings and the strategies we use to help us cope and work through these emotions. Sometimes if we don't work through these emotions, they can grow and develop, and sometimes we can feel overwhelmed and worried and anxious. There are lots of ways we can express our emotions and help our body and our minds feel better. Have you ever felt worried about something? Or maybe you've just felt so angry you just want to scream. Or maybe you've just felt sad and alone. Different situations, people and events might make you feel a strong emotion like the ones I've just mentioned. It's okay to feel like this and to express your emotions. But one of the main things to remember is that when we do express our emotions, ourselves and the people around us are safe. When we feel strong or big emotions, there are lots of different things that we can try to help ourselves feel better. Talking about how you're feeling with someone like your mum, dad, brother or sister, teacher or friend, getting these thoughts and feelings off your chest can sometimes make us feel relieved and often more connected to the people around us. Mindfulness. Maybe you could listen to some calming music or even your favourite podcast. Taking time out of your day to slow down and be more present in the moment can help us relax and feel more grateful for the small and simple things around us. Being active. Did you know that going for a run or riding your bike or doing some yoga is one of the best ways to help your body and your mind feel more refreshed, energized and confident to tackle problems and deal with these big emotions? Practicing empathy. When you're aware of other people's feelings and put yourself in someone else's shoes, it helps us understand and relate to others. It creates positive relationships and helps us feel confident to be a good friend. So when you're feeling upset, down, stressed, or even hurt, you can try strategies like this to help you become aware of what you're feeling and how to deal with these emotions so that you can get on with doing the things that make you happy. Now kids, why don't we go and meet a new friend to talk to us more about these strategies and even teach us some activities that we can use to help with our own mental health. So come on kids, let's go.
Ozzie, 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 oi. Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Today I'm joined by a man named Gus Worland. Now Gussie is an absolute legend, an all-round top bloke, and he's going to help us learn how we can understand and get control of our feelings and teach us some of the things that we can do to help make us feel good. Gussie, thanks so much for having us.
It's a pleasure. G'day kids. It's all about, you talk about mental health and feeling good. I like talking about mental fitness. It's all about making sure you're fit between your ears.
Mental fitness, that sounds pretty good to me. Can you maybe tell Ozzie and the kids a bit more about mental fitness, what that actually means?
Absolutely. When people talk about physical fitness, they want you to be strong and they want you to be able to get up and run fast and lift things. When you talk about mental fitness, it's about waking up in the morning and feeling clear and feeling happy and being able to tell people how you truly feel.
That makes perfect sense to me. Because a lot of people, I guess, would think that if I want to be fit, I just need to run. It's not about being strong and fit physically. Being fit also means being mentally fit, right?
Exactly right, and you're more likely to be physically fit if you are mentally fit. If you can actually say to your mum and dad, this is how I feel, this is what I like, this is making me feel a certain way, that has got to be good, not only for you, but for your mum and dad as well.
Mate, I happen to notice that you've got the same kind of logo or picture there. What is Gotcha for Life?
Well, Gotcha for Life is something that I've put together to make sure that I am clear between my two ears, to make sure that someone in your life is your Gotcha for Life friend, that one best friend that you tell everything to.
Fantastic. And anyone can have a Gotcha for Life friend?
Everyone can have a Gotcha for Life friend. You just got to walk into the playground or look around at school and go, oh, that's the person who's going to be my best friend. They're going to be my Gotcha for Life friend, the person you tell everything to, that person that loves you no matter what.
That's fantastic. Kids, hopefully you've got a friend that you like to talk to and confide in, and you know, if they're feeling a little bit sad or, you know, feeling some kind of overwhelming emotion, they can go and tell that friend, that Gotcha for Life friend, and they can confide in them to help them feel a bit easier and better.
Absolutely, and it's all about talking to mum and dad too, like saying to your mum and dad or your older brothers, this is how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling so happy, or I'm feeling a little bit sad. That's what it's all about, is telling people how you truly feel, and don't just sort of go, oh, I better not show my emotions today. It's, if you want to cry, cry. If you want to be happy, be happy. If you want to scream, scream as well.
Absolutely. So I guess one of the things, if we can pare it back for the kids, is when we talk about feelings and mental fitness. Feelings are definitely a big part of being mentally fit.
Yes.
Are they? And what are some of the feelings that kids would feel that they may not be aware of that contribute to their mental fitness?
Look, for me, I want kids to be able to say to their mum and dad or their brothers or their friends, this is how I truly feel. I don't want you to have to make it up. I don't want you to have to fake it. I don't want you to have to act it out. I want you to be able to be happy if you're happy, sad if you're sad. And sometimes that just means sitting in the moment and going, am I truly being truthful? Am I being honest to my mum and dad? Do they know how I truly feel? That's what it's all about. And if you find that and you've got strength in that, then you're more likely to have a happy day.
Yeah, fantastic. So I guess for the kids at home, it's okay to feel sad.
It's okay not to be okay. That's the best way to look at it. If you're feeling a bit average and not feeling good, tell someone about it. Let them know how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some of the ways, Gussie, in your experience, that the kids can help themselves feel less sad and more happy and just feel like they're approaching each day on the right foot and going about things the right way, if they are starting to feel a little bit anxious or sad?
What I like to do every morning is I get up and I make my bed. Make your bed every morning, then at least you've got one thing done. You've actually ticked the box for the day. Make up your bed and then you walk down and you say to your mum and dad, this is how I feel. This is how I truly feel. I feel a bit tired, I feel a bit sad, I feel really happy. Whatever it might be, you're allowed to have a big, when it comes to fitness, you can be a bit sad, you can be really happy. Somewhere in the middle there, between 1 and 10, give yourself a mark out of 10 every single day and say, Dad, I'm an 8 today. And then what are you, Dad? And have that conversation with your mum and dad at the breakfast table.
How good is that? So I reckon, for starters, if you made your bed, you're going to make mum and dad pretty happy.
Yes, that's good.
But I dare say that if you make your bed and you've ticked off that thing in the morning, you're starting the day on a bit of a high. You've achieved something. You've had a success or a little win, if you like, to start the day. And then rather than starting the day on a down note or of a sad note, you're feeling a bit happy because you've actually achieved something.
Exactly.
Then you can go and tell mum and dad, I've started the day pretty good now, but I'm also feeling a little bit sad still, or I'm also feeling, you know, a bit nervous about something that's coming up at school.
Yes.
So mum, dad, maybe you got your for life friend at school, you can start to say, still feeling a little bit nervous, is there something that we can do together to make me feel less nervous and feel like I'm under control. I've got this under control and I'm in control and I'm ready to take this task on, whatever that may be.
Exactly right. For me, it's all about just being truthful. Tell people how you truly feel. And that can be sad, that can be I'm not too sure, and that can be happy. You know, every time people talk about mental fitness, they always tend to think about a negative mental fitness. There's a lot of positive mental fitness as well, and we can work on that. So if you make your bed, ask mum and dad if they've made their bed. Ask your sister or brother if they've made their bed. Go to school and say to your teacher, have you made your bed? And then it'll start a conversation. It's all about having these upbeat, positive conversations, because you can move yourself from a 3 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10 really quickly.
Fantastic. And 6 out of 10 maybe to an 8 out of 10 and maybe even a 10 out of 10 if you're starting to do all these things on a regular basis, Gussie.
Exactly right. It's all about doing it not just once, not just twice, but doing it every single day. Make sure you do this stuff every day. Just like you're running, just like your physical fitness, you've got to do it all the time.
So Gussie, you've given us a lot of tips there about talking to parents or your teachers or your Gotcha for Life friend, and even being active, physically active, can help with your mental fitness. Have you got any other strategies that you can suggest for Ozzie and the kids?
I'm doing it right now, Ozzie. It's breathing, kids. Just breathe, but rather than just like, it's actually big deep breath in, big deep breath out, and do that 10 times. It just takes away, you're doing it now, Ozzie, perfectly. It just takes away the pressure. It just gives you a little bit more time to think about it so we're not snapping into action too much. It's all about breathing nice and slow. Count to 10.
It's amazing. I did 3 deep breaths while you were speaking then, Gus, and it just helped me relax and feel a little bit more at ease.
Exactly right.
Could you even do those breaths and maybe close your eyes and imagine you're in a beautiful place like the beach or whatever your happy place is?
Exactly right. If you're doing the breathing, you shut your eyes and then you just visualize or think about something that makes you happy, whether it's your favorite sports person or your favorite person from a TV show like Ozzie, then you can just be sitting there, kids, going, oh, I'm just relaxed for 10 or 15 seconds in my happy place. It just takes away all the dramas. Look at Ozzie, kids.
Man,
He's breathing away, isn't he?
I forgot where I was, kids. I heard someone talking in the background there, but I was actually in another place where I was really starting to
Where
feel
did you
relaxed.
go, Oz? Where did you go when you visualised?
I went to a happy place, and for me that is the beach, so it was good because I had the sound of the beach, but I imagined that I was sitting there on the sand and the water was lapping up against my feet.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Happy
nice.
days.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, Oz, it's all about finding moments in your day where you can just take a little moment and you can talk to people, or you can take a moment for yourself. So just like the making the bed in the morning, why don't we have a proper conversation with mum and dad and your brothers and sisters around the dinner table every day by saying to them, what was a good thing that happened to you today?
Yeah, wow.
And just give everyone a chance just to talk and answer that question. If you do that every single day, it gets you to remind people that you've had something good happen in your day. And I think that's what families should do to each other, is make sure we're doing stuff that allows people to have fun and good, happy thoughts.
Yeah, and to just, everyone lives a busy life,
yes.
Right? Mums, dads, kids, brothers, sisters, everyone's busy, right? So I guess doing that at the dinner table gives you the chance to stop and just say what one thing was that you were grateful for that day. Something that gratefulness, kids, is just being something that made you happy, something that made you smile.
Exactly.
Right? And just for that moment, all of a sudden you just start to feel, a sense of happiness because
Yes.
you're actually thinking about something that made you happy during the day.
Exactly. And what Ozzie's saying there, kids, is basically be grateful for something every day. Just remind yourself, because it could have happened way ahead in the morning, or it also lets other people in your life who love you know that you had something good happen to you in the day. And that's what it's all about, is building that nice positive sort of spot around the dinner table. When you're all there anyway, you may as well talk about something important.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I guess if your mum and dad or your brother or sister are saying something that's positive, then you kind of probably take a bit of positivity from that as well, aren't you?
Exactly right. It's all about telling people the truth, telling you how you actually felt. What actually happened during the day is really important for people that love you.
Yeah, I like that. That's fantastic, kids. And it's really easy. It's something that you can do at your age, kids. You can sit there with your brothers and sisters and mums and dads and just talk about things that have made you smile. Okay, Gussie, so we've talked about a lot of strategies that can really help us in putting us in a better frame of mind and making us smile and making us happy. If we're still starting to feel like things are getting a little bit on top of us and we're starting to feel a bit sad or upset or anxious, what about you know, music. I know
Music.
I like to listen to music.
Music is the best. Music is the best. What about just sitting down, closing your eyes and playing your favourite song?
Yeah.
You know, sitting there with your mum or dad, or sitting there with your brother and sister, or just sitting there by yourself and just playing the music, whether you've got your headphones on or whether you just blast it out to the whole family. This is my favourite song, and you just sit there quietly and hang out. How good is that?
That's fantastic. And there are some types of music that make me want to just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
But I also have some favourite songs, Gus, that I want to just get up and move.
He's a dancer, kids, isn't he?
I do like to dance.
He
Gus.
likes to dance, so of course throw everything off, jump around, have a good time and stuff. Absolutely the best thing for you to do.
Great.
That just gets all the endorphins going, makes your body feel good,
Yep.
gives you a bit of physical fitness as well, and maybe get mum and dad to dance with you. That's absolutely awesome, Oz.
A good old-fashioned dance party.
Come on, let's dance, baby.
Let's do it. We've certainly talked a lot today about different strategies that the kids can use. We've talked about being physically active,
Yes.
you know, getting out, doing some kind of running or sport. We've talked about talking
Yes.
to your teacher, to your parents, to your gotcha for life friend. We've covered off on some mindfulness and some breathing, some visualization even. What was the other thing that we covered off on, Gus?
Music.
Of course, music.
We love music, and what I'd love all the kids and you to learn today, Oz, is the fact that one of those things might really work for you. They might all work for you, but find something that works for you and keep doing it.
Yeah.
Don't do it once. Don't do it once in a blue moon. Do it every single day. And this is something that you might be able to teach your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Get them to come along with you. Get them to visualise. Get them to have their music. Get them to breathe. Whatever you decide, do it with your mum and dad.
Yeah, great. So you don't need to do everything, kids, but maybe just find one of those things that really works for you.
Yep.
And then do it with mum and dad as well.
Exactly.
Awesome. Gus, I want to say a massive thank you for joining me here today in this beautiful part of the world and teaching Ozzie and the kids at home just a little bit about mental fitness.
Mental fitness is the absolute key. Love you, kids, and thanks, Ozzie. You're an absolute champion.
Thanks,
See you next
mate.
time.
Why don't we, Gussie, practice a little bit of one of those strategies ourselves and maybe just take
Dancing?
some time. I'd love to dance. Or maybe we can just turn around and appreciate this beautiful beach that we've got here behind us. What do you think?
Perfect, Oz.
Ozzie, 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 oi. Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. So we've learnt lots about mental health and well-being, and how good's Gussie, and what did he call it? Mental fitness. I like that one. What a champion he was. Now we're going to read a book together, and it's all about our feelings. It's called In My Heart, and it's by Joe Whittick and illustrated by Christine Rousey. My heart is full of feelings, big feelings and small feelings, loud feelings and quiet feelings, quick feelings and slow feelings. My heart is like a house with all these feelings living inside. Sometimes my heart feels like a big yellow star, shiny and bright. I smile from ear to ear and twirl around so fast I feel as if I could take off into the sky. This is when my heart is happy. Other times, my heart feels strong. I stand up tall as if I can touch the clouds. New people and places don't frighten me. I can do it. Watch me go. This is when my heart is brave. I like that feeling. Do you kids like that? When I get really angry, my heart feels as if it's going to explode. Don't come near me. My heart is yelling, hot and loud. This is when my heart is mad. Look, it's like it's going to explode. Boom! But other times, my heart is cool. I bob along gently like a balloon on a string. My heart feels lazy and slow, as quiet as snowfall. This is when my heart is calm. On harder days, mean words hurt my feelings, and my heart feels hurt too. It's fragile and delicate, but it can be healed with extra kisses. This is when my heart is broken. Some days, my heart feels as heavy as an elephant. There's a dark cloud over my head and tears fall like rain. This is when my heart is sad. But my heart doesn't stay sad. Like springtime after winter, the sun comes out again. My heart grows tall like a plant reaching toward the sky. This is when my heart is hopeful. Eek! When I see something scary, my heart beats fast. I feel cold, as if a chilly breeze has crawled up my neck, and I run away as fast as I can. This is when my heart is afraid. When it's time for a bit of fun, my heart feels full of giggles and wiggles. Abracadabra! I hop around like a bouncy bunny. This is when my heart is silly. That's a fun feeling, that one, isn't it? Sometimes I hide my heart away when no one can see, like my own small treasure. I don't want anyone to look at me. Safe on my swing, I can watch the world from above. This is when my heart is shy. My heart can feel so many feelings, and yours can too. Today, my heart is proud. How does your heart feel? What a great little book, kids, all about the different feelings that you feel inside your heart. And it's called mental fitness, isn't it? When we know how to deal with those negative feelings, and it also encourages more of those positive, fun, silly and happy feelings, doesn't it? Kids, I hope you've learnt lots. I know I certainly have. And I hope you'll join us on our next video. Until then, stay keen. Make sure you get a grown-up to help you hit subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on any of the new videos that come out. And did you happen to find the hidden Ozzie icon in that video? Make sure you look really closely because they're in every single video. And we'll see you again soon. Until then, stay keen. Don't forget to follow Ozzie on our social channels at Ozzie for Kids. Feel free to send us some ideas on what you want to learn about next. What sports you'd like to play, jobs you want Ozzie to feature, vehicles you're fascinated with, or any subjects you'd like to know more about. I'm just as keen as you, so together, let's learn more. And if you've got any friends that you think might like Ozzie, don't forget to tell them too. See you next time, kids. Until then, stay keen.
Ozzie, 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 oi. Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend